Okay, let's be real. Nobody wants another generic LinkedIn post about how I missed my flight and what it taught me about leadership. We've all seen those, and honestly, they don't make anyone stop scrolling. The brands and business owners that are winning right now, they're not using AI just to turn out more fluff. They're using AI strategically, and it all starts with how you prompt it.
Welcome to Marketing Trends Now. I'm Katie Brinkley, a social media strategist who's been in the game for over 2 decades. And I'm a business owner just like you. If you want to stay ahead of the algorithm without burning out, I've got you. I know you've got a business to run, so I'm going to keep it short, smart, and worth your time.
Let's dive into today's episode. Today we're talking about something that is, honestly, it's everywhere in 2025. Yep, this is another AI episode. But I want to talk about it in a way that maybe will help you rethink about how you're using AI. Because here's the deal, AI, it isn't the problem. The problem with AI is how we're using it. And I feel like so many people are like, yeah, AI is great. We're using it for this. We're using it for that. But honestly, if we're all using AI, it's all of the stuff we see on social media, on website copy, everything is going to start sounding the same. This is how we can really move the needle and how we're using AI for our business. It's all in the prompting. And if you've ever typed something into ChatGPT or Claude or whatever tool that you're using and thought, whoa, this sounds nothing like me, and honestly, it's kind of boring. Well, that's not the AI's fault. It is the prompt's fault. So in this episode, we're going to talk about how to use AI prompting to create better social media content, the kind that actually creates content that's worth posting. I'm going to walk you through what's working right now and what's not, and a simple framework that you can use to instantly improve your prompts. So my COO and I were talking recently about getting an intern for Next Step Social and Podcasting. We have a lot of local clients, and right now it's been a lot of yours truly that goes out and gets a lot of the photos and videos for our clients. We were talking about getting an intern. And that's how I want you to think about AI. It is your new marketing intern. Now, can it go out and get the pictures and at live events? Not yet. Not yet. But if you're using it as an intern, think about it like this. If you're giving that intern zero direction, they're going to hand you zero results. But when you hand them clear, detailed instructions, platform, tone, structure, audience, they will surprise you with how good they can be. So here are 3 things that are actually working right now. Number 1, audience first prompts. So for example, don't say, write me an Instagram caption about marketing. That's boring, it's generic, and you're going to get terrible output. Instead, say something like, write me an Instagram caption that teaches a small business owner with under 5 employees how to create a week's worth of content from one podcast episode. That's pretty specific, right? However, the second version feels like you're talking directly to someone, right? Because you are. You're teaching the AI to understand what type of content you want from it, who you're talking to. Number 2 here, structured prompts. So instead of letting AI ramble, which it tends to do, it hallucinates, it does a lot of crazy things, tell exactly what structure you want it to give you the output in. Try this. Say, give me a 3-part LinkedIn post, include a bold statement hook, a short story, and 1 tactical tip my audience can apply today. That is going to help you get that better output. And number 3, tone-driven prompts. AI, it is a robot, right? And it's going to default to being a robot and generic. So if you want AI to not sound stiff and corporate, you have to override it. So for example, one thing that I do, because in a lot of my writing, if you're on my email list, you follow me on social, I have a little bit of a sassy, I'm going to tell you how it is sort of way of writing and speaking. And so for my prompts, I have it say, write this in a conversational, slightly sassy tone that feels like a podcast host talking directly to their audience. This is where the shift happens. And suddenly your posts don't sound like AI, they sound like you. And this is where I think a lot of people are getting it wrong. And I'm just going to call it out here because you've seen these mistakes all over your feeds. Number one, oversharing with no point. If your prompt is vague, AI is going to spit out random content that does not connect. Copy and paste posting. It is your first draft, not your final. If you just are posting raw AI content, trust me, your audience knows. So how do you fix it? Don't worry, I got you. I have something called the 4C prompt formula. And the 4C prompt formula is this. Number one, the first C, clarity. Be specific about the platform, audience, and format. Be extremely clear because when you're clear with AI, it will give you that better output. The second C is context. Give AI the story or the angle behind the post. Why should people care? What story can your audience resonate with? I tell a lot of stories to my AI and it uses them, it remembers them for future posts and emails, podcasts, you name it. When you have a story that you think is going to be impactful, share it with the AI. It will remember it. Give it context as you are creating these posts. The third C is constraints. Tell it how long, what tone, and what style. I always say give it a range. Have this post be 800 to 1,000 words. Tell it the tone, the style. The more you season your ChatGPT, the more it will understand you. So you will have to prompt it fewer times with this constraint as you continue prompting in ChatGPT or Claude, whatever AI tool that you use. And finally, the fourth C, call to action. Ask it to wrap up with a question or an engagement nudge. So instead of write a Facebook post about my podcast, you would say, write a Facebook post for entrepreneurs who struggle with content creation. Hook with a question, share one actionable takeaway from my podcast, keep the tone conversational, and end with a call to action to subscribe. See the difference? The 4C prompt formula is going to help you have better content every single time. And it doesn't need to be long. The prompt that I gave you there was 4 sentences. So use each C from the 4C prompt formula for a different sentence to help the AI understand exactly what it is that you want it to do. And if you see the difference there, that prompt that I gave that gave the perceived formula, I'm going to get a much better output, exactly how I would write, how I would sound, and who I'm writing for on the platform I'm posting to. And this is my prediction. I think that AI, it is moving so fast. And by 2026, we're not even going to call it AI content anymore because the people doing it well aren't making quote unquote AI content. They're just making great content. And if you're using AI to create even more noise, you're going to blend in. If you're using AI to sharpen your ideas, amplify your tone, amplify your voice, and you're using it to stay consistent, that's what will make you stand out. Think of your prompt like your workout plan. You don't just walk into the gym and say, I guess I'll just go do something. You follow a strategy. You head over to the treadmills. You then do some weights, finish it up with some core strength. You have that routine. AI is just that spotter at the gym that's helping you lift heavier. Honestly, right now, if you're not using AI and you're not prompting the right way, you're getting generic, boring content. It's time to start standing out. Use the 4C prompt formula. That's going to be the difference between sounding like every other marketer and business owner out there creating content. Is going to help you connect with your audience better. Start small, try the 4C formula, layer your own perspective on top, and honestly, just stop letting AI write for you. Use AI to write with you. And if you want to see some of my favorite tested prompts and frameworks, head on over to yournextstep.agency. I have a ton of resources there to help you start creating better prompts, better content that's going to help you start creating content that your audience wants to see in their feed, they look forward to. Until then, keep your marketing smart, strategic, and always on trend.